Entrepreneurs, weekdays at 6 on the Money Matters Radio Network and online at moneymattersboston.com.
Hello, this is Ann Coulter, author of 10 New York Times bestsellers, most recently Never Talk to Live Below 3, and I just finished a great interview with Stu Taylor.
And back shortly, the Kevin D. Freeman game plan, how to protect yourself from the coming cyber economic attack. But right now, how to protect yourself from your own incompetence. And this pertains to me as much as anyone else. I need help. And joining us is Barbara Reich, professional organizer to the stars and author of Secrets of Organized Mom. She's appeared on NBC's Today Show. She's been featured in the New York Times, New York Post, In Style, Family Circle, Better Homes and Gardens, and other publications. She's here to join us to talk about a New Year's resolution. I always have this New Year's resolution. I never can pull it off about getting organized. And Barbara, I'm begging for help. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Stu. I'm great to be here.
All right. Now, we do want to say that you partnered with Brother International Corporation, their creator of the P-Touch label maker, to talk about ways to declutter a space. And I'll get this in and I'll let you just go on it. It's to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the P-Touch brand and Get Organized Month. So can you talk about that partnership and the campaign?
Absolutely. I've been using the Label Maker for more than a dozen years, and the Label Maker is actually celebrating their 25th anniversary. And if you're an organizer like me or just someone who really appreciates having order in their lives, the Label Maker is a lean, mean fighting machine. And if you go to the Brother website, www.brother-usa.com/ptouch25, you can read 25 great and original stories about some really original uses for the Label Maker.
All right, important for a lot of us because I'm pretty efficient and effective with my time, except I waste more time misplacing things and never being able to find them and always calling on if it's at home with my wife, if it's in business on someone else. And it's very, very non-productive. I don't know how to do it. Every time I try to organize, Barbara, I can't find what I've organized. I seem to be worse off. Help. Give us some tips.
Well, you know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like, Stu, that you didn't label everything once you've organized.
Yeah, I think you're right. Barbara, and that's pretty basic, isn't it? So I guess that's tip number one.
You will save time and money if you're more organized. You'll be less anxious. Your life will be with less chaos. And all it takes is putting things in a place and labeling them so that you can maintain it, so that everybody in your house knows where each thing is.
All right, and boy, important documents, always difficult to find them. Do you use the same kind of strategy in decluttering your home as you use in your office, or are there differences?
To me, they're the same principles. You first start out by purging, and people will first tell me, oh, I need everything, I want everything, I think everything's important. And then when we actually take everything out of whether it's a file drawer, a file, a closet, or a pantry, all of a sudden they cannot believe how much junk they have saved that they really don't need. So no matter what you're organizing, you start with purging. Once you've purged, then you can design the space, get file folders, label the file folders, buy containers, label the containers. And then when you're putting less things away and you're putting them in nice uniform containers, it really does look good.
I think about the time waste element and how you can convert that into a time-saving element. Now, I don't want to make this physics, math, or chemistry, but do you have any idea how much a properly organized person can save in time by employing your system?
I will say that I am probably the most organized person that most people meet, and I can accomplish probably 30 to 40% more in a day than most people.
All right, joining us, Barbara Reich. And again, a new campaign, 25 Days of P-Touch Labeling. It's an engaging campaign that includes daily profiles of real P-Touch users who are passionate about organization and efficiency. I'm going to start this year off by taking Barbara's advice. Can you give us, it's just sort of a sequential process of things to do in order to get this started? Because, it's always difficult to figure out how to start something.
I think the most important thing is that you actually do start. People get paralyzed. So what I suggest is that you make an appointment in your calendar with yourself as if you had me coming there, and you treat that time as sacred. And I don't mean 5 minutes or 10 minutes, because whatever you organize in 5 or 10 minutes will be undone immediately. It's not enough of a commitment to make a lasting change in an area. So if you designate the time and then really, really purge, put less things back in its space, but do it in an organized way where things are labeled and thought about. And then once you've done that, you can really maintain it. Because if you think about it, if you have batteries in 4 different places in your house, then no one knows how many batteries you have, when you need more, who's taken the last AAA batteries. But if you have batteries in one spot and everybody in your house knows where those batteries are and it's labeled, you've eliminated a lot of confusion. You've eliminated how can we possibly not have any more AAA batteries, and you've saved all that time that you're spending combing the house looking for batteries.
Great. Hey, that's great advice, and to have things strategically placed so you can get your hands on them if you need a flashlight or batteries in time if the power goes out. I've never been able to find them, and I've got them everywhere, and I think that's the problem. I think that's the problem with a lot of people is they don't take it through. They don't think this thing through all the way. Are there any particular things you're doing to celebrate Get Organized Month?
Well, Brother Pete Touch, as I said, has 25 days of organizing with some really great innovative uses for the label maker. A beekeeper, for example, and some really great stories. But I celebrate organizing month every month of the year.
Is a lot of this, and I'm not asking you to play psychologist, but I guess you have to. I've got problems throwing things out, and I've just been. As a matter of fact, the timing is great here, and I'll have you stress the importance of shredding because you have to keep your business records. I think for 7 years, and I've gone back here 15 and shredding, pulling up all the records, and finally getting rid of them at my wife's demand. It's how do you get the impetus to do it? And the shredding part is important as well in decluttering. You just don't want personal information that other people can have access to.
Absolutely. You can't be too careful. And I'll tell you, because it's January and it's been a cold month, what we often do in my house is we use those old business documents that have gone back past 7 years, and we make a fire. And it's a win-win. But yeah, you absolutely, you keep it for 7 years. But the other thing I'd like to suggest is, people get very, very overwhelmed with paper, and the paper clutter can really overrun you. So I suggest unsubscribing to a lot of the magazines that you don't read, and you can even register with the Direct Marketing Association and eliminate a lot of the junk mail you get, which makes organizing that much easier when you have fewer things to deal with.
Barbara, you see so many ads on television. Get this organizer, put it in your closet, get all these shelves and cabinets. It seems to me a lot of this is strictly commercial promotion, and it doesn't do anything but add more junk to the process. Are you for adding all of these supplementary things or trying to do it within the space that you have?
There are a lot of things that you can buy that will make your space more effective, where you can maximize the amount of storage that you can get into a space by using certain products. For example, if you're storing your documents in paper shopping bags, those can't be stacked and they can't be labeled and you can't see what's inside them. But if you have them in clear plastic containers that are labeled, that are see-through, they can be stacked, you can stack those up to the ceiling. So there are certain products that are very helpful. I actually caution my clients about going and buying a lot of things. You don't have to buy a lot of things. You can often repurpose things that you have around the house. But there are things that will make your life easier and will make your space work for you better.
All right. Most important question as we conclude. How quick can you get to my home and my office to help me?
As quickly as you invite me.
All right. I want to thank you very much. January is Get Organized Month. If your resolution was to get organized, you're in luck by following Barbara Reich, spelled R-E-I-C-H. She's a professional organizer to the stars and author of Secrets of an Organized Mom. It's been great having you on. All I have to do now is take your advice. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Stu.
All right, we'll be back with Kevin Freeman right after a break in Game Plan.